Welcome to this Malden Public Schools video tutorial on Google Slides. So Google Slides is the equivalent of PowerPoint, and it's Google's tool to create visual presentations inside of a Google Drive account. So let's jump into Google Drive and get started exploring the core features of Google Slides. From Google Drive, I can tap on New and scroll down to create a new set of Google Slides. Once we are in a set of Google Slides, we can simply begin by adding text and images to any set of slides. But before we do that, let's get familiar with the interface and the layout of Google Slides. Across the top, we have our toolbar. And notice from the toolbar, we can add new slides to the presentation we're working on. If I tap on the plus sign, a new slide will automatically be added. If I tap the small drop-down arrow next to the plus sign, I can pick a style of slide that I would like to add. In this case, I will add a blank slide. I can continue doing that as needed when I'm building out my presentation. Slides can also be organized easily by dragging and dropping to rearrange them. So in this case, I'll drag slide 2 above slide 1, and now I've changed the order. Notice in the toolbar as well, we have a undo and redo option. We can insert a text box anywhere on the page and insert images and shapes. Let's begin by using the text box tool. By tapping on the text box tool, I can outline the area where I would like my text to appear. My text will appear here. And now that I'm editing text, I get an increased toolbar with the option to change my font style, size, bold, italic, underline, the alignment, left, center, and right, and even top, medium, and bottom of the text box. So now I have center aligned in the center of the text box. I can also add numbers and bullets to any bit of text as needed. I'm going to highlight my text, change the text style, increase the font size, and then make it bold and change the color to navy blue. As I change the size of the text box, my text will move accordingly. I also have the option to add a border to my text box if I would like. I can color the border and even have a background color fill if I would like inside of my text box. Along with adding text, we can add images. And notice from the image addition button, if there is an image saved on one's computer, they can upload it. We can also pull images from Google Drive, from the web, or the front-facing camera of a device can be turned on, so students can hold up pictures of their work in front of their device, and that image can be added right to their slides. We also have the shape feature. There are pre-created shape templates that can be used. In this case, I will add in a rounded shape. We have the same options to increase the border weight, fill the background color with something we would like, and by double tapping, we can even begin to add text into this shape. So here is text. I will highlight the text and center align it. So now we can add text through the text box tool or through the shape tool. Let's add another blank slide and talk about adding images. If we tap on the Explore tool in the bottom right-hand corner of Google Slides, it gives us the option to search the web to find images that we would like to add to our presentation. For example, I'm searching for Malden Public Schools. My first option is to search the web for websites, but I can also search images. And if I find an image that I would like, by simply tapping the plus button, that image will add directly into my slides. Now I have the option to change the size by dragging the blue dots and change the location of the image. Now let's explore some of the key features in the menu in Google Slides. From the File menu, students always have the option to download their Google Slides as a PowerPoint file or a PDF. That could be helpful if they'd like to print the PDF or attach the PowerPoint in an email, for example. What we also have access to is the version history. At any point, if a student felt like they made a mistake, deleted a slide, or deleted content, they can go into the version history and restore back to any previous version of the document they would like to. From the editing menu, we have the undo and redo buttons. In the view menu, we can change the zoom out and zoom in to get a bigger or smaller view of our slides. From the tools menu, students also have a few helpful features. Primarily, voice typing. Voice typing in Google Slides works in the speaker notes, which is on the bottom of the slides, and you can see down here we have speaker notes. These are typically used when someone is presenting so they can have notes to reference. However, in this instance, if we go to the Tools menu and use voice typing, when we enable the microphone, I am now able to add ideas into my speaker notes, period. I can then take these ideas and copy and paste them into a text box inside of my slides, period. Using speaker notes and voice typing is a helpful feature that can allow students to share their ideas in the speaker notes, copy the text that they've just added, and then paste that text directly into their slide. The one last feature we should explore is sharing. Sharing in Google Slides is very similar to sharing in every other Google file. When we tap the share button in the top right-hand corner, we have the option to add additional users or collaborators onto our slides. By default, every set of Google Slides is private unless additional collaborators are added. When we add collaborators, we have the option to decide if they will have viewing rights, commenting rights, or will they be the editor of the document to have full editing rights. If you've added collaborators onto a set of slides, you can always take them off by going back into the sharing settings, finding the collaborator, and changing their editing rights, or removing them from the document or the slides altogether. One last feature to be aware of is that Google Slides saves automatically and saves in Google Drive. So when a student is done working in Google Slides, if they close out what they're working on, they can always go back to their Google Drive account, tap on Recent, and see that most recent set of slides that they've been working on. They can open up those slides and continue where they left off. So thanks for watching this quick overview of Google Slides, the presentation creation tool inside of Google Drive.